Rillaboom Runback, August 4th through August 6th, and I want to talk about some other Pokemon and strategies you can use to farm this event, and then we're going to see if it is worth farming. So if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, and comment your thoughts down below. During the first event, people were saying Bellibolt still works. When in doubt, Bellibolt it out. The only issue with mine is I don't want to change the EVs every time, and I don't have like a dedicated special and defense one, even though it's probably worth it. And going into DLC, if there's more events, probably still worth it. But yeah, you just like Acid Spray, Parabolic Charge. This says Reflect comes in clutch just in case, and maybe a Chilling Water. So yeah, you can just kind of run Bellibolt. Now the comment didn't say which item they used. We could go Life Orb if the chip isn't too threatening. Also Magnet just for the damage. I'm gonna get cute with it on the Grassy Seed. Maybe we can get more setup. Also, if we look at this, 70 normal Tera shards. That's some crazy stuff. So let's get into the raid and let's see if we can just kind of first try easy on the Bellibolt. And while we're waiting for that to load up, because we have the long loading white screen, gonna talk about G Fuel. I'm drinking strawberry candy right now. It's how I get the energy for the content and the Pokemon battles and all the crazy stuff I do. This 9 out of 10 flavor. Use code Verlisify, 10% off your G Fuel order. Hold up, I've been informed that my code is now permanently 20% off. You gotta get some now. Oh, I realized that strawberry candy is sold out. It's just that good. So hit the notification or find one of the other many great flavors of G Fuel. And let's get into it and see what we can do with the Bellibolt. Intimidate, good. Like, yeah, just get an Intimidate Pokemon. If you're struggling, reroll until Intimidate. It's gonna work just fine. Grassy Surge. And now we need to try to get like as much as possible before our stats are reset. Because that's kind of like the weird thing about using seeds in these situations, because you eventually just lose it on a very quick reset from the opponent. But with this, I think it's going to be enough to be good for like the Intimidate comboing, the Defense Cheer coming in late, and all the weird stuff that's happening with this raid. So let's go Reflect first. Just take no damage. Try to see if that's like, if that makes us tanky enough for a lot of Acid Sprays. So looking bulky right there. Speed drop. I'm trying to think, like, is there a way to make the speed drop work in our favor? I'm also wondering, like, other Defiant Pokemon that might be able to bait that out. Ooh, Paralysis. That's good luck. And I actually don't want luck. I don't want people saying, like, oh, you guys super lucky on Paralysis, so this is just fake. Nah. We're just kind of playing the game, and also shows you can get it done solo. But we're not taking damage. He is getting chipped down. And then the dream is you get 3 Acid Sprays and you just go Tera Electric and you're good to go. So shields up. Doesn't immediately cleanse it after that just yet. So it's about like how fast you can mash in before it. So if we just like mash A on the Acid Spray, it might just give it to us. Hopefully it doesn't do like weird reset shenanigans. But the Grassy Terrain healing us up as this is happening. Getting charged up. Come on, let's like give me one more. I don't know if we're going to get enough time for it though. Someone in the comments said they got like 4 turns before the reset. There it is. All right. Maybe animations and stuff. But even without the defense, I think we're still... Ooh, the growth. The growth gonna make it a little sketchy. Boom Burst. I think we just tanked that because we... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. And my Bellibolt is just wrong. If we had defensive Bellibolt, we're fine. I don't like that. So maybe also the Reflect wore off at this point. We can Chilling Water him down. And if we survive the drum beating, then we should be fine. Okay, we survived the drum beating. We can use a Heal Cheer. It's doing less damage on Chilling Water. I think then we can go Tera Electric. I'm not expecting a lot of damage because we don't have a damage item. And it seems like we're just going for reliability over speed here. However, some dude mentioned a Corviknight. I feel like, yeah, Corviknight can't touch us at all. So it's just going to be a long, grindy battle. But if you want the shards, you can get it. So we're going to test that one out. Heal Cheer not giving us a lot. I think this is just, like, free with defensive Bellibolt. So we're going to do that. Unfortunately, like, actually Staraptor's not the best Pokemon to have for Intimidate. Arcanine gets KO'd. This thing doesn't. It seems. Like, flying Pokemon, pretty good into a grass type. Who could have guessed? Ooh, a low kick. That's good for us. We barely survive. Get the power. And then... Hopefully this heals us enough. Like, I'm not expecting a crazy amount of damage. Oh, that's actually a lot more damage than I was expecting, to be honest. And now we're just healthy. Now we are healthy. Okay. Bulk up is spooky. Not a fan of that. We could just keep him down on, like, chilling waters and stuff. Yeah, so this is just kind of, like, more strategically playing it out. I'm slightly getting worried on time, but also not really. Because we just have... Like, it's like we just have to worry about time. And eventually we get through the shield, and then everything speeds up significantly. Also, Staraptor resetting Intimidate's going to help us out quite a bit. And maybe right before it breaks, like the shield breaks, we want to get that Reflect in. So then, like, when he starts doing all of his shenanigans, it's going to be alright. So we just eat the body slams, and then it just starts using, like, weird moves. No more... the grass turn wears off. No more drum beating. No damage threat at the moment. Maybe we don't even need the Reflect reset. Oh, also at some point, yeah, we do want to attack Cheer, since we're, like, full health, looking pretty safe. So we can attack Cheer. That's also going to make up for the stats we're losing, because then he's going to cleanse and drop that special defense. But yeah, Bellibolt gets it done, guys. Always believe in the Bolt. Rillaboom, not a flying type, so we can't say Bolt the Bird, but close enough. And then just keep spamming Parabolic Charge. And as we've learned in, like... Oh, there goes the shield, but it doesn't count for the turn. And as we've learned in, like, some weird situations, sometimes, like, the Acid Spray, you want to get the Acid Spray because then you're doubling damage. So Acid Spray 2 hits is only 3 turns instead of just using, like, 3 hits. I'm just going to mash A and see if we have enough here. It doesn't look like it, but you never know. Yeah, it's not happening probably, though. Alright, we failed that one, but that's mostly because we don't have a hit point or defense Bellibolt, and then, like, we had to risk it. But if we did 2 Acid Sprays instead of 1, would have gotten it. And now I want to get cute. Ganlon Berry. If we can actually make it to where the Ganlon Berry procs after Rillaboom cleanses, then we just have that defense forever, and we can play a lot safer. Also, like, Will-O-Wisp going to be significant here. We also have the Intimidate. So now we are super duper tanky. And it started off with the low kick. So sometimes just doing weird things. And that means we might be able to get all the Acid Sprays we want. And then we don't even have to worry about, like, the Ganlon cleanse. So yeah. And maybe we can get that, like, 3rd Acid Spray in before the cleanse. Because we just need to press, like, hyper tapping the fastest turbo controller pressing. Just give us enough time. So you don't, like, it's a really weird thing on these 7-star raids, because sometimes it feels or looks doomed and then you pull it back, or also you just need to respect, like, the entire time, and you can buy yourself 1 or 2 turns just by being fast. And then that gives you a lot more comfort. So there's the energy right there. And then no cleanse? Alright, no cleanse. Yeah, we get our 3 Acid Sprays. With all the Reflect and stuff, we're fine. Yo, and then we're just fine on a Ganlon Berry. The thing about the Cheers, though, is that they eventually wear off. I mean, like, we can attack Cheer now and use that to get through the shield, and then double Acid Spray, and then take it down and just, like, not have problems. So far, we haven't even needed the Ganlon Berry, and the attack Cheer... Okay, yeah, just use the attack Cheer as well. That's what I mean, like, sometimes you think, oh, I don't have the turn to do the extra setup thing, but the extra setup thing actually just gives you, like, so many extra turns. Oh wait, he broke and didn't cleanse yet. So that's just, like, all the damage on the Acid Spray because we just played it faster, or not. Maybe it just skipped the animation. Yeah, that's weird. It removes the negative effects, but not really. And now the burn can come through again. Eventually, Staraptor's also just resetting, like, Infinity Intimidates. So it really is just, like, you get the Intimidate Pokemon, you reset until you get Intimidate, and then you win. 2 Acid Sprays after the break, foolproof. And because I didn't even use the Ganlon Berry, it seems like Magnet or Metronome is the play for the item. Maybe, because, like, at one point the Reflect wears off, you can also get away with a Light Clay. That makes you feel a bit more comfortable on using, like, an Attack Cheer, or trying to set up an extra Acid Spray at some point. Yeah, you just have to be quick, and then it's easy. The funny thing is, modern Pokemon quality of life has spoiled me because I'm like, man, I don't want to farm a guaranteed 7-star raid for 6 minutes just to get a couple of rewards. Bro, we just got 100k Pokédollars in vitamins and also 30, 40 Tera Shards and tons of EXP candies. You could never get this in even 10 minutes of Sword and Shield Dynamax farming. So yeah, the 7-star raid farms are good, which is why I'm making this video. I am recording it during the first raid, but it's the same thing. So yeah, take this as an opportunity to farm up resources if you need to. Now, I'm not going to run this Annihilate, but someone said they finished it with 30% time left. That is great for farming if you use Bulk Up. Works very well, only resets the stats once, and that's another weird thing. Like, we're so conditioned from our stats being reset that boosting bad, but you can just kind of do things until the reset, and then you boost, and then it just stays for the entire battle. Can probably do even less bulk ups and have it be faster. I'd believe it, you know, if you do like 4 bulk ups and an attack cheer. Also, because of Defiant, like eventually you just overcap, so the bulk ups are mostly there for defense, so you don't have to like waste any time. So bulk up Annihilape actually seems like the best for farming this one. I do want to check if it naturally gets bulk up. I mostly just don't want to waste the TM. So yeah, we'll take a TM, we'll take a little bit of investment, but I think bulk up Annihilape is the truth. And then we have this for Corviknight. Screech, first 3 turns, Body Press, wait a second, reset stats, Iron Defense. Body Press, Fighting Tera, clear stats, Screech or 2, Body Press, KO. Interesting thing is, like, there's just a Fighting Tera Corviknight already in the game, so you can just catch that in the wild, and then it's going to be really nice. I don't have this one set up, though. Honestly, I don't know what item to use, and I don't have the one that boosts fighting type moves, so we'll just use an Expert Belt because it's still 20% damage. I don't see how the Rillaboom hurts us at all, so we probably don't need Shell Bell, and maybe the Life Orb burn gets a little too much if we're just hitting it like 10 times, so Expert Belt might be the play. Alright, so mash Screech as quickly as possible and get it done. I think that's going to be the play. Unfortunately, no Intimidate. That's just fine. And then, yeah, a lot of Screech. Maybe Wide Lens. I didn't have one. So if the Screeches are a problem, like Wide Lens probably just as good as the Expert Belt. Alright, so there's all those Screeches. Barely any amount of time has passed. He's already -6. We can get a Body Press in. Maybe, oh, whoa, oh, okay, the Roost, I was about to say we wanted to Roost, but that low kick is not cool. That just did damage before the shield went up. Also gives us a turn for our Tera, which is nice. And yeah, kind of like the low kick is the one, so we'll heal up, wait for the cleanse, start getting defense cheers, and then it can't do anything. But Intimidate, still nice to have. Alright, last Iron Defense. Now we go for the Body Press. So it's not going to be crazy. Oh, I also don't have that PP up. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem and we get this in 10. And we're not even like Tera, so this thing is just going to get completely mauled. Maybe we even go into like the weird strats if you only need 2 Body Press because of like diminishing returns on damage and setup and stuff. Throughout the attack cheer, free, easy, done. And then that's going to be Tera Body Press. Comment down below, do we get the one shot from here? Alright, big damage? Monstrous! Massive! Insane damage! Okay. Man, that dude did not sell how powerful this is. Because it sounded like you needed more to get it done. A Screech, and it's over. Screech, also... let's just see what the raw Body Press is here. So it's just on our +6, and then he is at +1, actually. So yeah, you do the Screech, and then you're fine. Poison probably doesn't matter. Oh, Acrobatics! Slight problem. Because now that we're a fighting type, he's got that super baked in. How much damage did we take, though? Because we're still at +6. And then a Body Slam. Okay, we didn't get comboed out. That would have been slightly annoying. Yeah, and I never even used an attack cheer, so you do that at really any points, and it's going to be solid. So we're kind of greeting it here, but that's enough. And even if we get KO'd, we come back in Body Press, or we win with a lot of time remaining. There we go, 30 normal Tera shards. We don't push it into 40. We don't get the bonus carbs, though. Just a lot of star pieces and rare candies. Honestly, like, the money in this game doesn't matter because Ace Academy tournament and the star pieces just aren't worth as much as getting, like, 5 carbs 3 times. And you really want those Tera shards. But overall, we got a lot of rare candies and experience stuff and Jolly Mints. So yeah, good competitive farming right here. And multiple ways of doing it pretty easily. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.